Welcome to the Deep Dive. Here we break down fascinating research and get straight to the core insights for you. Today we're tackling something huge: arthritis, specifically osteoarthritis. That pain, the stiffness, it affects millions. But here's the big question we're exploring. What if preventing it wasn't just about symptoms, but actually about, well, slowing down aging itself?
That's exactly it. That's the mission today. We've got some really compelling sources suggesting a deep link between how we age and our joint health. It really challenges that old wear and tear idea. So we're going to unpack the latest science, look at what's happening right down at the cellular level, and even touch on some, potential future treatments.
And like always, we're doing this so you can quickly get the key takeaways, have those aha moments, and feel really informed but not bogged down. Ready to dive in?
Let's do it.
Okay, so for ages, osteoarthritis has just been framed as wear and tear. And it makes sense on the surface, right? Like parts just giving out over time. But the research we looked at paints a much more detailed picture, doesn't it? What's the shift in thinking?
It really is a shift. While, yes, mechanical stress plays a role, the science is now showing that it's not just that. It's how aging processes within our cells actively make the joints more vulnerable. So while treatments often focus on managing pain or inflammation, researchers are asking, could we slow down biological aging to actually help prevent arthritis developing in the first place?
Right, targeting the root cause related to aging, not just the outcome.
Yeah.
So if it's more than just wear and tear, what exactly is happening inside our joints as we get older? Let's get into the cellular details.
Okay, there are really three key biological factors the research highlights. First up is a decline in stem cells. Our body has these amazing cells for repair, especially in cartilage. But as we age, these stem cells, they become less potent, fewer in number. So the body's ability to naturally repair that everyday damage in the joints just drops off.
Yeah.
Your internal repair crew gets smaller and, frankly, less effective.
Okay, so repair slows down. What's next?
Second is mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondria are like the tiny power plants in our cells. They produce energy. With age, these power plants become less efficient. They make less energy and create more harmful byproducts, more cellular stress. This makes the joint cells, cartilage cells, bone cells much more susceptible to breaking down and less able to cope with normal stresses. If the energy supply is unreliable, the cell just can't function properly.
Power plant sputtering. Got it. And the third factor?
The third one is crucial. Chronic low-grade inflammation. It even has a name, inflammaging. This isn't like when you sprain your ankle and it swells up. It's a sort of constant, simmering, low-level inflammation throughout the body, including the joints. Over time, this persistent inflammation gradually wears away cartilage and actually hinders the body's already weakened healing processes.
Wow. Okay, so let me see if I've got this. It's like a triple whammy at the cellular level. Your repair crew, stem cells, is shrinking and less effective. Your cell power plants, mitochondria, are failing, making cells weaker. And on top of that, there's this constant low-level inflammatory fire, damaging everything.
That's a great summary. It creates this environment where damage just builds up faster than the body can fix it, especially because the fixing mechanisms are also compromised by aging. And that leads directly to the cartilage breakdown, the pain, the stiffness we know as osteoarthritis.
That completely reframes it. So knowing all this, what are scientists actually doing? This is where it gets really exciting, right? The cutting edge stuff. We don't have an anti-aging pill yet, obviously. But how are researchers trying to tackle these specific cellular problems, trying to keep these systems younger, in a way?
Exactly. And there are some really promising areas. One is focused on supporting mitochondrial health. There's a molecule called Urolithin A getting a lot of attention. It seems to help cells clean up damaged mitochondria, a process called mitophagy, sort of like cellular housekeeping for the power plants. Lab studies, animal models, they're showing it can improve mitochondrial function in joint cells, maybe even slow OA progression. Early human trials are happening now, looking pretty encouraging.
Interesting. So boosting the power plants. What else?
Another major area is stem cell therapy, specifically using what are called mesenchymal stem cells, or MSCs. These have the potential to become cartilage cells, and the idea is to inject them into joints to promote repair. Some trials have shown patients reporting less pain, better function, and this is a big but, the results are inconsistent. It works well for some, not so much for others. There are challenges with, where you get the cells, how you process them, how you deliver them. It's complex. The exact way they work isn't fully nailed down yet either.
Right. So potential, but still a lot of questions there. What's the next approach?
Then we have strategies for targeting senescent cells. These are sometimes called zombie cells. Basically, they're older cells that have stopped dividing, but they don't die. They just hang around, releasing inflammatory substances that damage nearby healthy cells. Kind of like bad apples spoiling the bunch. So researchers are developing senolytic drugs designed to selectively clear out these zombie cells. The hope is that removing them could reduce that chronic joint inflammation and slow down OA. Most of this is still in animal studies or very early human trials, though.
Zombie cell cleanup crew.
Okay.
Okay. And the last one.
Finally, there's work on controlling inflammation right at the source. Inside our cells, there's a protein complex called the NLRP3 inflammasome. Think of it as a key switch that triggers inflammation. New drugs are being developed specifically to block this NLRP3 pathway. The idea is to directly calm that persistent, damaging inflammation in the joints. Again, still early days, but very targeted.
It's amazing how specific these strategies are becoming. Improving energy, using stem cells, clearing out zombie cells, blocking inflammation switches. It feels like a real shift from just managing symptoms to trying to fundamentally fix the underlying cellular health.
That's definitely the direction things are moving.
But let's bring it back to Earth for a moment. All this research sounds incredible, almost sci-fi sometimes.
How?
But we need a balanced view. What does it actually mean for someone listening right now?
Yeah, that's absolutely crucial. Excitement is great, but realism is key. The main thing to stress is that these therapies are still experimental. Every single one we discussed. None have been definitively proven to prevent or cure arthritis in large-scale human studies yet. There's still major questions, like how long do the effects last? Who benefits the most? What are the long-term safety issues? Can we even produce these treatments affordably and consistently for millions of people? And there are regulatory hurdles, too. So realistically, widespread clinical use for most of these is likely years, possibly many years away.
Okay, that's a really important reality check. It's fascinating science, but not something you can typically access tomorrow. It's about being informed about the future, but grounded in the present.
Precisely. Critical thinking is essential when you hear about these kinds of breakthroughs.
So, with that in mind, let's pivot to what can be done. While we're waiting for these future therapies, what practical steps can people take today to support their joint health? Steps that actually align with the science we've been talking about.
Absolutely, and this is the empowering part. It's a lot you can do. Think about supporting those cellular processes yourself. First, stay physically active. Low-impact stuff is golden. Swimming, cycling, walking. It strengthens the muscles that support your joints, keeps joints mobile, helps nutrient flow, all without overloading them. It helps combat that sluggishness.
Right, keep things moving. Makes sense.
Second, maintain a healthy weight. This is huge. Every extra bit of weight puts significant extra pressure on joints like your hips and knees. Losing even a little weight can dramatically reduce that stress and also lower overall inflammation.
Less load, less stress. Okay, diet.
Yes. Third, focus on a balanced anti-inflammatory diet. This directly tackles that inflammaging we talked about. Think lots of colorful fruits and vegetables, oily fish rich in omega-3s, nuts, seeds, dark leafy greens. These foods are packed with nutrients that help fight inflammation and support healthy cells.
So eating well literally helps calm things down inside.
It really can contribute. Fourth, try to avoid smoking and limit excessive alcohol. We know both accelerate aging processes generally and ramp up systemic inflammation, which is bad news for joints.
Okay, lifestyle choices matter. And the last point.
The final, crucial point. Always talk to your healthcare provider, especially before starting any new supplements, even things like Urolithin A that sound promising. Your doctor understands your specific health situation, potential interactions, and can give you tailored advice. Self-treating based on early research isn't the way to go.
Excellent advice. It's about making informed choices with your doctor. What an incredible deep dive. We've gone from the old wear and tear idea to this intricate picture of aging cells, failing power plants, zombie cells, and chronic inflammation. Science is really starting to show us how aging impacts our joints. It fundamentally changes how we think about arthritis.
It really does, and it suggests that the real future of preventing arthritis might not just be better painkillers or joint replacements, but strategies aimed at keeping our cellular repair systems and energy production youthful and robust. There's genuine hope in this new direction.
It's a fascinating thought to end on. Maybe the key to healthy joints lies deep within the biology of aging itself. It's definitely a space to watch. We hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity. Keep exploring, keep questioning. That's where the real discovery happens. Thanks for joining us.